Okay, so let's begin today by just finding our breath at the tip of the nostrils. Just notice the breath, the cool air coming in, the warm air being exhaled. Feel the breath there. Feel the rise and fall of the chest. And notice when you begin to observe the breath that it slows down. It may be slowing down. You may begin to notice pauses between inhalations and exhalations, and between exhalations and inhalations. Just be aware of those pauses. And from this quiet place, we're going to set our intention for this class here to remain in this quiet place, remain focused on our breath for this session. The breath is something that's usually going on unconsciously, and this is our time to bring conscious attention to the breath. This is a special time where we're bringing our conscious awareness to the breath that's usually going on without us even being aware of it. And this is a perfect time at this moment if you have any particular prayers, mantras, affirmations, anything you'd like to say to yourself to help you here. It may just be a one word, it may be a line of poetry, anything that's inspiring to you that can help you with the practice here. You can say that to yourself now. Or if nothing in particular is coming to mind, I would just encourage everyone to take a moment to really focus your personal intention for this session. And I'd like to express my gratitude to all of my amazing teachers. Okay, so let's move on today to just do a little bit of stretching with some breath. So we're going to interlock the fingers and we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And now we're going to come at an angle. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And now straight overhead. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and relax. Just pause here for a moment. And bring your awareness back to that breath at the tip of the nostrils. And for the next practice, on the next exhalation, you're going to purse the lips slightly and exhale through the mouth. Pause and allow the breath to flow in naturally back through the nose. Pause. Exhale through pursed lips. Pause. Allow the air to flow naturally back in through the nose. Pause. Exhale through pursed lips. Pause. Allow the air to flow naturally back in through both nostrils. And continue a few more rounds at your own pace. You may notice as you proceed with this practice that you're able to pause for a little bit longer than when you started. And as long as that is comfortable and happening on its own, that's fine. But do not forcefully hold the breath between the breaths. And stop the practice. Just sit for a moment, feel the stillness around you. And now let's move on for a few rounds of cobra breathing. So for this practice, we're going to inhale, leaning back, inhale through the nose, leaning back, hold the breath, chin to the chest, come back up, sniffing some air through the nose, and exhale through the teeth. Inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniffing some air through the nose, and exhale through the teeth. Inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniffing some air through the nose, and exhale through the teeth. And let's everyone now do 3 more at your own pace. And stop the practice. Again, just sit for a few moments, feeling the stillness around us. Okay, and now we're going to move on to work with some sectional breathing. So we're going to begin with the abdomen. It's going to 3 sections. We're going to go abdomen, chest, and collarbones. So we're going to begin by put your hand on your abdomen and just begin by observing the breath in the abdomen and just observing the rise and fall of the hands. Observe how the breath just happens all on its own, and there's nothing you need to do about it. It's just going to just breathe itself. Breath breathes itself. And you can watch it much like you would watch the waves of the ocean. Breath comes in, abdomen rises, pushes up against your hands. There's a pause, and the breath flows out in your hands. Come down. And just be with that for a few moments, just observing. And on the next inhalation, just give the breath a slight extra push. Just go just slightly beyond observing the abdomen rise and just push the abdomen out just a tad. Pause. And on the next exhalation, just pull the abdomen down just a tad. So it's much as if you were watching a pendulum go back and forth, and you gave the pendulum just a little push. So you're working with the natural rhythm of the breath, just giving it a little tap, pushing the abdomen out just a tad on the inhalation, pulling it down just a tad on the exhalation. Nice and easy, very gentle, nothing forceful. Okay, and now we're going to stop that practice and we're going to move up to the chest. So we're going to bring our hands to our chest very softly and observe the rise and fall of the breath in the chest. Just observe that as you inhale, the chest pushes up against your hands. As you exhale, your hands fall. And you can just observe that again, just much like you would observe a pendulum going back and forth or the waves at the ocean. Just be with that breath, just watching. It happens all on its own. Okay. And on the next inhalation, intentionally push your chest out just a tad. And on the exhalation, pull the chest down just a tad. Again, it's as if you were tapping a pendulum that was already going back and forth. It's a very subtle involvement with the breath, just a step beyond observing. Okay, and now we're going to go on to the next section, which is the clavicle area. So if you take your fingertips and very gently put them on your clavicle area here, these two bones, and go back to our observation and just observe the bones rising and falling. Feel that happening under your fingertips as you inhale. The clavicle bones push up against your fingertips. As you exhale, they fall. And now let's slightly engage with the breath here. And on the next inhalation, just push the clavicle bones up slightly. And on the exhalation, drop them just a tad. So it's like, again, you're just tapping that pendulum that's been going back and forth, the natural rhythm of the breath in the clavicle bones, and just giving it a slight extra push. So it's very gentle engagement. And now we'll stop that practice. And now we're going to bring all these three parts together, the abdomen, the chest, and the clavicle bones in the full yogic three-part breathing. So we're going to have a mudra for this. We're going to bring the thumb to the palms, fold this over, very gentle here. Place the hands here. And now we're going to inhale. We're going to bring all these three parts together that we've just worked with individually. We're going to inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the clavicle bones. Pause and feel that wonderful air entering, circulating in the body. Exhale, drop the clavicle bones, drop the chest, contract the abdomen gently. Big release. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the clavicle bones. Exhale, drop the clavicle bones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the clavicle bones. Exhale, drop the clavicle bones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen. And everyone now do a few rounds at your own pace, experimenting with the pauses between the breath. You can remain in the pause in that breathless state as long as you are comfortable. Please do not attempt to hold the breath. As soon as your body prompts you to resume the breath, you do so. and stop the practice. Just sit for a moment. Appreciate the stillness around us, appreciate the space of doing nothing, just being, not doing any particular practice. And thank you very much for joining me today.